Hi, it's Michael Stone, the Michael Stone Music Showcase. On our webcast this time around, it's going to be Cary Morin. Cary is a finger-picking good blues guitarist and singer-songwriter. We'll feature Cary with music videos, also an audio preview of a song from his brand new CD called Streamline.
I had to leave the place that I was gone.
Plus, Cary has graciously agreed to allow for a free music download for
Well,
you.
now it's
All on the
gonna
Michael
come
Stone
together.
Music
I
Showcase.
can't help but feel that love.
Let's get on.
All right, welcome to the Michael Stone Music Spotlight. I'm Michael Stone, and on the webcast today, it's what I call finger-picking good blues. I'm sorry, it's a cliche, man. I can't help myself. Cary Morin. Hi, Cary.
Hi,
And thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate your guitar playing. Number one, I mean, the finger picking. I play guitar, but leave me with just chords, okay?
Well, thank you very much.
We've here on the website, we're going to have video of you, some live video. I can't remember the Stone Mountain Festival. Was that what it was? Maybe.
Yes.
Stone River Festival. Also got video of you,
Yeah.
I guess, at your home studio.
Yep, possibly. Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at, but I've recorded things at home from time to time.
I was pretty impressed by how good the audio quality was. In fact, one of my first questions for you is, you've got this new CD coming out. It's called Streamline. And
Right.
Where are you recording? Are you recording at home? You're recording at a local studio in northern Colorado?
Yeah, I recorded those tracks at Shape Music
Oh, okay.
here in Fort
Right.
Collins. Rich Wordis was the engineer on that, and it just got mixed at Air Show in Boulder by James Tuttle. And now we're going to take a little road trip here the next couple of days, and then hopefully when we get home, we'll go through the mastering process on Streamline. And it's, making an album. It seems like it
never ends, does it? I thought mine was going to be done in, like 3 months, and there I was 2 years later working on it. You've got Streamline. What was the album? No Prisoner? Was that? No, it was.
The last album is called Sing It
Thank
Louder.
you. Sing It Louder. And in fact, No Prisoner or Prisoner, we've got a download of, and we've also got a feature from Streamline. Now this is just going to be streaming, but it's called Live a Little. So that's on the webpage.
Yeah.
Appreciate you offering both those to our viewers and listeners here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope everybody enjoys
Well,
it.
let's talk a little about you. All right. I'm an Army brat. You're an Air Force brat, so to speak?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, my dad was he was in the Air Force for quite a few years, and then he retired from that. He worked for the state of Montana and worked at the Air National Guard. Yeah, he was a busy guy. He liked to stay
You were
busy.
born in Billings, grew up most of your life in Great Falls, right?
Yep,
And
yep, right on the Missouri River.
when did you move to Fort Collins?
I moved to Fort Collins right after I graduated from high school in like 1981.
Okay, well, yeah, for our international audience, we do actually have an international audience. Fort Collins is in Colorado, and in 1989, so that would have been, 8 years after you got out of high school, pretty much, you formed the band The Atoll?
Well, that band came later.
Oh, okay.
I played with a couple of different bands. For years, I was playing solo shows, and started playing with bands a little bit. And then I formed a band with a friend of mine called The Island, and then we did that for a couple of years. And then from some of the members of that band, we formed the Atoll, and that lasted to this day.
Yeah, I mean, and I was telling Celeste here a little bit earlier when I was talking to her about doing this. I believe it was at the Rialto Theater. I saw you guys do a fundraising show of some sort. I don't even recall exactly what it was, but what an incredible band.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. The focus on that band was really the dance floor.
Yeah.
We tried to just make things as danceable as possible, and we did it for about 22 years.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, back
Yeah.
and you plugged different musicians in throughout that, right?
Well, yeah, people came and went. We had maybe 5 or 6 bass players over that 22-year span, and a couple of different drummers. For the most part, I'm in touch with nearly everybody that's played in the band. A lot of the people live here. One guy's in Europe. 2 guys actually are in Europe. But yeah, I hear from everybody from time to time, and it was a lot of fun to
Well,
do.
in fact, okay, since you mentioned Europe, let's transition to that. And you played the Paris Jazz Festival. I know that. In fact, I saw some videos of that.
Yeah.
And is a Pura Fé trio?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell
Yeah,
me about that.
The Pure Fay Trio is now the Pure Fay Quartet. We just added another vocalist and a guitarist. But that's a band that I've been playing with for about 4 years, and we do some U.S. dates, usually in the summertime. Mainly, we've been traveling in Europe, playing a lot around France and Switzerland and Germany, and it's all right around France for the most part. The country's right around there. A little in Italy, a little in Spain, but it's been a lot of fun. It's exposed me to a lot of different cultures and different music, and we have friends everywhere now.
Yeah.
Thanks to that, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, as a kid, I actually grew up in both France and Germany, being a military brat that I was. But that was as a kid, and I haven't had the opportunity to enjoy it as an adult. I'm hoping to be able to do that. So yeah, you've been on the BBC, RFI, which is it's a radio network in France, right?
RFI is a radio network in Paris, and it's housed in a really huge building that has hundreds and hundreds of shows that broadcast out of there. They have several theaters. Some of the theaters are large enough for entire orchestras. There's a lot of TV and radio broadcasts that come out of that building. We've done a lot of shows there. Some of the listenerships on those shows will include all of Europe and all of Africa. So you can do one show and sit down and do 3 or 4 songs that go out to 30 million people.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's mind-blowing.
The global reach anymore. In fact, the next interview that I've got set up is with Playing for Change. I don't know if you've ever heard of this.
Yeah, sure. That's awesome.
It is incredible. I'm so thrilled that I'm going to be interviewing them. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Okay, Paris Jazz Festival. Let's get back to the States. Winter Park Jazz Festival. You played there
years ago with the eighth.
Yeah. You got any gigs lined up in support of the new CD Streamlined yet, or is that going to be something that is a little bit down the road and trying to get scheduled out?
Well, we want to have CDs in our hand before we schedule some sort of an event commemorating Streamline. I'd hate to have a show without CDs, and that happens to folks from time to time. But I do have shows coming up. We're going to leave on Monday for Austin to go down to South by Southwest. Right. And I'll do 2 showcases. One at a place called House Wine, which is on Josephine Street. And I'll do another one for it's a website called Jivewire, and that's going to be at Club 311 on March 13th. And we do some other shows. We're going to travel around Texas a little bit, and I'll do some solo shows, and then we'll come home and get back to work on the CD.
You know, I emphasize your picking expertise. I mean, it just absolutely floors me. Again, I don't get it. I've tried it, and I just can't do it myself. I don't know what it is, and that is excellent. But hey, you're a singer, man. You're a singer. You're a songwriter. You're the whole package, and very, very wonderful, bluesy, kind of a jazzy feel. Something I just personally love anyway.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
And would you say, now I know that a lot of the new CD that you kind of called it organic, that there wasn't a lot of overdubbing and things like that involved, right?
Right, yeah, that's a process that we started to use with the previous CD, Sing It Louder, which was recorded at the label studio, a label that I'm on as Music Maker, out of Durham, North Carolina. And the process was very new to me. It was basically just two microphones, stereo pair, sitting in front of me, and Peter Knudsen was playing drums sitting next to me. And they set the microphones up in such a way that it picks up everything just like a pair of ears would, you know. And I was nervous about that because you have to play songs as perfectly as possible. No headphones, no overdubs, none of that.
A lot of practicing, huh?
Hopefully, yeah.
A lot of practicing to get it perfect the first time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We employed that same recording style for this album, except for we added more microphones, and we ended up with 5 tracks for each song, and that gave us a little more flexibility as far as levels on the vocals and different options on tone for the guitar.
Yeah, I can relate to going organic. There was a time that's long past when the only kind of performing or playing that I would do was on an acoustic guitar or on a piano. I've since diverted myself into electronic recording just because of the technology that's out there, but I certainly can really appreciate what you're going through. It's like I just played an open mic thing a couple of nights ago, and it was just nice, just me and the guitar on stage and being able to do that. Let me see, what else did I have? Gosh, Cary, the Winter Olympics, 2010 Winter Olympics, you got to play that up in Vancouver. That must have been pretty neat.
Yeah, we got the show. It was booked. I was going to be playing guitar with some other performers, and when we got there to Vancouver, one of the performers basically got laryngitis and couldn't perform. So I ended up getting that spot in the show. It's totally unplanned. It's kind of a bad way to get a spot at a show.
But you'll take it.
I'll take it.
Oh.
That's I roll. Yeah. Anyway, it was fun. It was at a very interesting venue, and the Olympics going on, and there's a lot of people, and I didn't get to see any events. I watched the Olympics from the TV down the street from where everything was going on. But it was fun because there were a lot of athletes staying at the same hotel, and I could see them compete, and then an hour later see them walk through the front door of the hotel. It was pretty fun.
That's pretty neat. All right. Any expected drop date here on Streamline, the CD, the new one?
Man, I hesitate.
Okay, I understand that.
I would think that we should have something definitive within the next between a month or two, something like that. In the meantime, we're working on this Kickstarter campaign.
Oh, yeah. I did want to talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up. What a neat way to for people to help fund we starving artists. I mean, not just
Yeah.
musicians, but artists, writers, entrepreneurs. Kickstarter.com. What a neat idea. You know, you set a goal as the artist or whomever. You say, okay, by the end of April, or in your case, by the end of March, I want to try to raise this much funds to help me produce this CD. And people donate and want to be a part of the project, I think, is kind of what it gets down to in a way, huh?
Well, yeah, and it gives people an opportunity to become part of the project, but then I have a great feeling from it because the album is produced out of the generosity of people that already like the
Yeah.
music, or in some cases strangers. I mean, I've funded projects. You can throw somebody like $5 or $10. You look around on the website and see if there's something that you like and that you could get behind, and then that whoever's campaign it is keeps you up to date on how their project is going and what they're going to do with the funds, and it's fun to be a part of somebody else's dream.
Yeah. Living the dream, man. All
Yeah.
right. Cary Morin, in fact, you can stream Live a Little from the new CD. It's called Streamline. You can download the song Prisoner. That's a free download we've got on the website. Thank you, Corey. Cary, I'm sorry. I knew I was going to call you Corey at some point.
That's right. I do it from time to time. As well.
Yeah. All right. But, hey, I really want to thank you for taking the time out to be here and be a part of my little dream that I've been enjoying. It's just been phenomenal. I'm looking forward. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch you here live someplace, and I'd prefer it to be Paris or Switzerland. Yeah, maybe that's where it'll be. Cary, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
I had to leave.